Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolf Quest 2.7, and we are here today with the Stormy Skies pack of wolves. And as you guys may remember, Rain has had a very hard time of it ever since her second litter. Most of their second litter between Rain and Zephyr here passed away. It was very, very tragic. They lost most of their puppies, and Rain, she really took it very hard. She and Zephyr really were quite sad to see that most of their puppies died from disease. That was our fault because she was trying to kill a bull elk and the puppies starved at the den, and I didn't think they could starve at the den either, so it was quite a shock to me. And she unfortunately failed her ancestor challenge. We were trying to figure out what the punishments for failing an ancestor challenge is, and we decided that Rain's strength was severely reduced. So she actually has gone down 20%, 20 to 25% on her strength. Her speed didn't change because that would have given her too much of a boost. So she has endured a lot of grief, and so her stamina is much higher now. But as punishment for failing the challenge, her strength is really at a low ebb. And so this is her third litter, and this is her chance to really try to redeem herself and try to see what she can do to bring strength and glory and all sorts of power back to the Stormy Skies pack. So this is going to be very interesting. I really feel for Rain. I feel her mother's grief. Like, if we're going to start projecting human emotions into our wolves the way we do for the sake of story, I really think Rain's story is one of the most complicated of them all, especially from what was a very playful, very just silly wolf who was so much like her father Atlas in the beginning. And now she has really, really changed. Now she has lost a lot of puppies. Thankfully, her daughter Misty, no doubt, was raised pretty well and has gone off to be a dispersal wolf of her own. And we forgot to do a summer hunting grounds story for Misty and for the Stormy Skies pack, but we'll probably do one like as a little bonus soon where you guys get to decide what Misty's, and let me see, there's food over here, to decide what Misty is up to, just so we can add a little bit more to her story before we decide to vote on the heirs to the Stormy Skies pack. And let's see, I think we're going to chase the elk this way this time. And we also have, I better change it. We also have the new difficulty setting. And unfortunately, this difficulty setting is really going to make our heads spin because the difficulty setting actually, in fact, I'll just go ahead and hunt while I tell you guys, so it stays nice and interesting for you. But the difficulty setting comes with the ancestor dream. So late in the winter nights, Rain received another dream from her ancestors, and she has been given a chance to be able to try to prove herself and redeem herself, even though she failed the last ancestor challenge and she didn't do very well. And this was a dream from one of the most honored ancestors of them all. It's actually her great-grandmother, Luna. So Luna, the founder of the Moon Pack themselves, which the Stormy Skies pack is descended from, Luna went ahead and she delivered a dream to Rain, and it's quite the doozy. It's actually the hardest thing you guys could have picked for poor Rain on the list. The hardest dream on the list you guys picked. And it's from Luna. And it is the dream of a journey. So, alright, let's see if we can get this elk. Get out of the... Why does everything have to be hard for Rain? Why? Why can nothing be easy for this poor wolf? Why does everything have to be struggling with half-drowned elk? Why does she always have to run into the elk that are like the best swimmers in the entire world, but refuse to get out of creeks? There we go. All right, well, geez, now we're going all the way this direction. My gosh. But yes, she received a dream from Luna, and this is a really tough one because it is the toughest dream that we could have possibly gotten. I'm hoping if we're able to complete this challenge, then... All right, come on. Then we'll be able to bring strength and pride back into the pack name. So that's my hope. So poor Rain has gotten the dream from Luna that life can be difficult, but those who rise to the challenge become stronger than ever. Her goal is to journey and to raise her litter at the furthest den from the summer hunting grounds on the hardest difficulty. So Rain will be playing on Bring It On, just like, ironically, just like her cousin who rolled that from her dice. Gosh darn it, there it is. So she will be now playing on Bring It On, and she will be at the furthest den. So we will be going to the Aspen Heights den and trying to raise at least one puppy from the Aspen Heights den all the way down to the summer hunting grounds. And because of the nature of this challenge, she can't get the blessing while she is with her puppies, but she'll be able to bestow the blessing onto the next generation of wolves. So whoever becomes her heir will start with one ancestor blessing that will give her strength, just like whoever becomes the heir to the moon pack will start with one ancestor blessing if they are from the second litter, because of the awesome selection you guys made for the summer hunting ground special. So yeah, we might make up some summer hunting ground stories you guys can pick for poor Rain. Maybe she can have a blessing left over from that, but I doubt it. All right, so yeah, Aspen Heights Den, hardest difficulty, trying to get at least one puppy to the summer hunting grounds. This is going to be pretty darn interesting. All right, come on, Rain. And she is not anywhere close to really having one of her puppies be able to end up... Oh gosh, that was easy to cross. Is that a river? Or is this just the little... No, that's just the little splash old oxbow thing. But yeah, I really hope she'll be okay now. I feel like she's kind of numb, if that makes sense. But I think Zephyr is rallied. And I think probably spending a long time with Misty and raising Misty helped them both out too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of hunting this time around. And there, ooh, look at all those handsome elk. Oh gosh. Lots of good stuff to hunt. All right, who's going to start running for it? You. All right, well, you're the first one to go down then. Yeah, we don't do nearly as much damage on our bites anymore as we used to. So she's definitely weaker, but she has a lot more stamina. And I think that's okay, because she would have stamina from like grieving over her puppies and being able to endure that. Maybe it made her a better hunter, actually. Ironically, I think it has, because this was one of the easiest hunts I've ever had with Rain. Alright, so we'll do a little bit more hunting, just so we have some food stored up before we have puppies. And then we will have our puppies. Hardest difficulty, furthest den. This, I think, is going to be pretty darn interesting. No, don't kick Zephyr! Leave Zephyr alone! And so many of you fell in love with Misty too. And I agree, I think it was really fun to be able to spend time with Misty. So, alright, come on Zephyr, go for it, go for it. To be able to spend a lot of time with Misty, hunting with her. There we go, let's let the elk rest for a second, so we can go over and get her. Hunting with her and kind of teaching her how to hunt. So in a weird way, because she was the only child, like the only surviving pup, it made for some of the most interesting stories we have ever had, watching as they just like tutor her and try to keep her alive and safe. And I think that she learned a lot too. Also, speaking of learning a lot, since we are moving into the next generation of the Stormy Skies pack after this litter, let's look at what kind of awesome pack stats Rain and Zephyr are going to pass down to their puppies. So we have 37 cow elk killed, 1 bull elk killed, so that's a lot less bull elk than the moon pack, actually. I think we've killed more coyotes. We've killed less rabbits, which surprises me, because Atlas and his lucky rabbit's foot was kind of a thing, and actually Rain really enjoys eating rabbits. We've fed on 73 carcasses. We've chased off 21 grizzlies. I am pretty sure, yeah, 17 grizzlies I think is what Moonpack is at. So we have bitten more bear butts. And I think we've thwarted less pup predators. And we have survived more stranger encounters. So it's really fun, because one of the fun things might be to see when we're going to be able to chase off like 50 grizzlies, or when we kill 50 coyotes, or when we have taken out 50 or 100 cow elk, or managed to reach like 25 bull elk. It'll be interesting to see how many generations it takes to get there. All right, where'd those elk go? We've got a little bit more hunting to do. Because if we've learned anything, it's doing abundant hunting during winter can actually be super helpful. You know what? I'm gonna eat you. You just look like an elk that I have decided we're going to consume. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Good job, Zephyr. I feel like he like tangled himself in the elk's hooves. Yep. I think even though she's not as strong, so it takes a lot more to bite into and attack these elk, Rain is actually a much better hunter now that she has better stamina. And it's stamina she earned through grief, so it feels fine with me. And I feel like this is actually kind of exciting. I know it's going to be it's going to suck a lot too, but it is kind of exciting to see how you guys ended up picking the absolute hardest challenge that we had listed. You picked the most difficult dream out of all the dreams. Some of them were really sweet, like playing with the puppies and raising the pack experience points by like 1,000 points just by playing with puppies. And you guys just picked the hardest one. But in a way, I think Rain, I don't think she'd savor it, but I think that she would kind of accept it to see if she could bring strength back to the pack. Because I imagine once the ancestor wolves die, as in terms of a story, because keep in mind, we have transitioned from being completely factually based about our wolves to starting to switch to being really heavily story based and projecting a lot of human emotion on them. But I imagine, oh, look at Zephyr! Zephyr, I'm so proud of you! That was so cool! It's almost like he was tangling himself in the legs again. But I imagine that this is a way to restore strength to the pack that was lost when she failed the ancestor challenge. Because I imagine the ancestors could be very understanding, but after they're dead, they become much more like they only see things one way, depending on what their personality was like when they were still around. Alright, Rain, I think we've just about taken out enough. I don't think Rain will ever hunt another bull elk, to be honest. I don't think that's going to be her thing, but we'll hunt a couple more cow elk because we seem to be very good at it. Unlike her cousin, she does not have to hunt only in winter, so after the puppies are born, she is still able to hunt. We just have to keep them alive on the bring it on level. And I think that means that they get hungry a lot faster. I wonder if there's some like lingering disease or illness that's in the area that we can attribute that to. Alright, so if we lose more to starving to death, we might attribute it to them being a little bit weaker. Oh my gosh, it's kind of nice to see how strong they are. Alright. Wow, Rain, this is the best I think she has ever done, ever, with hunting. And we'll just ignore that bull elk, because it's not Rain's thing to chase bull elk anymore. Bite that butt, bite that butt, bite that butt. Come on, you got it. Alright, there we go. Oh my gosh. That was a little exciting. It was elk butt rodeo. Alright, there we go. Took her down. Oh, we took a lot of damage and I didn't even realize it. Alright, Rain, we'll be a little more gentle with you. Sorry about that. How many? We've got quite a few elk now. Alright, let's go ahead and claim our den. And yeah, I think I'm going to make Rain walk a little bit. That would be kind of a different kind of challenge, making your wolf walk the whole time. Or have like, I thought about giving her a limp, but then we would have had to get rid of her signature ear flop. And I didn't want to lose the ear flop because it's just so Rain. Alright, come on, Rain. You've got this. So let's go stake out the den and we'll start marking our territory. And then we'll get ready because we are going to be having some puppies arrive. The third litter for Rain. I really hope everything goes okay with her. This is going to be very, as I always say, nerve-wracking because I have not tried playing on Bring It On before. And that's kind of why we do these challenges, to really try to encourage doing things that I haven't done yet in WolfQuest, and to try to encourage, let's see, is it down here? I think it's down here. And just to try to encourage us to do something different. So let's come over and we're going to make this our den. It is the furthest den from everywhere else. Now we have completed the mission. We're going to start marking the territory. Would she be nervous? I think she would be nervous. I really feel like poor Rain just wouldn't be very excited about a lot anymore. And she would just kind of feel like she's going through the motions of being obligated to try to fill up a quest. Alright, and let's do this. A few markings over here. I wonder if we'll go over to the cattle ranch this time. I am not sure. Maybe. Maybe. Some people were suggesting a challenge of only feeding your pups from the cattle ranch. I think that might be a little bit too hard. I don't know how the cattle ranch works because we've never been. So yeah, maybe, like I was just saying, doing these challenges helps us do things we've never done before. Well, maybe we'll go visit the cattle ranch. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to go do that now, but at the same time, if Rain got shot now, then that would be the end of things, because our rule is if the main parent dies and we don't have an ancestor blessing to invoke, then we move on to the next generation. And if there is no next generation because it's the first litter, then we would go back and we would play as one of the siblings. Alright, so we are almost there, you guys. Almost there. Just have to pee over a few more things. And I think what we're actually going to do is today we're going to go ahead and let Rain rest, because I think she's pretty worn out. This is a new stage in the journey. Probably not sure what the heck this all means, what is going to happen, what course her life is going to take now. Once she would have been really optimistic and always thinking about playing with her puppies and just a happy life unfolding, and things have gotten a lot more challenging and a lot more difficult than she ever anticipated. So unlike going into it the way her cousin is, full of confidence in her skills and strength over not losing a single puppy, I think Rain And this could make or break her, so we'll have to see what happens. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.